The 20-year-old Dros rape accused Nicholas Ninow remains behind bars after making a second court appearance at the Pretoria Magistrate's court. He's facing 4 charges, including the rape of a 7-year-old child at a Dros restaurant in Pretoria East. The incident has drawn widespread condemnation across the nation. Our SABC reporter Sipho Stuurman attended court proceedings and joins us now from Pretoria. Sipho, good evening to you. Of course, one of the central issues was around the naming of this suspect. A number of media organizations have been exercising restraint, but it was given the all clear today because this was the second court appearance, was it not?
Well, a very good evening to you and our viewers at home. Indeed, the key issue here was around the identity of this 20-year-old accused, Nicholas Ninow. Now we can name him. This is after the NPA said, well, actually the media should have named him initially after the first appearance last week, and saying that this restraint that the media imposed on itself was actually unnecessary because he had already appeared in a public court. His name was a matter of public record. So in this case, the restraint was not necessary. We know that a number of media outlets, were saying that, according to the Criminal Procedure Act, you can't name an accused in a sexual case until they have pleaded. But the NPA says, in this case, it was not necessary. It was not going to put the child's identity at risk. And so it seems as if then the media then is taking a bit of backlash in terms of this massive restraint it put on itself in terms of protecting that is Nicholas Ninow's identity for nearly 2 weeks now since this incident happened, Bongani.
Sipho, there's been a lot of controversy, as you would expect, around this case. There have been calls by the EFF, for example, that he not be granted bail today. What was the atmosphere like in Pretoria at the Magistrate's Court in terms of the crowds who showed up, the capital under virtual lockdown in that precinct?
Indeed, just where we are on Francis Barrett Street, and obviously we are a bit several kilometers away from the actual Magistrate's Court. But this very same street, that is Francis Barrett Street, had to be shut down near the court vicinity there because there was hundreds of people, demonstrators from different parties, EFF, the DA and the ANC and civil society group that had come together to say this young man must be denied bail, and they're saying that it's enough with child abuse, it's enough with sexual abuse of not just children but of women as well. And I suppose the shocking nature of this alleged incident, we saw that video that went viral. It was at a public space at a Dros restaurant. So it is quite a shocking incident, and it has sort of strung the strings of the nation, and a lot of people, there's a lot of emotions attached to this matter. So certainly outside court, we saw hundreds of people gathered there saying that he must be denied bail. But we know, of course, that he abandoned his bail application. He never really applied for bail. The only matter that was dealt with in court initially was that will the media be allowed to follow proceedings and record proceedings, and then the court ruled in that instance that the media can take stills but not necessarily film. And then it was only after then that we were able then many of us reporters there to then reveal his identity and then be able to show his images. But certainly there was a sense of unity coming there amongst the different political parties and players, a unity saying that this young man must remain in court. But also there are also calls that a charge of attempted murder must be added because currently he's facing 4 charges, of course. The main one being that of rape. He also faces assault charges, intimidation and possession of drugs. But organizations such as Not In My Name, they're saying that an attempted murder charge must be added to the charges that Nicholas Ninow is currently facing.
All right. Sipho Stuurman, thank you very much. We'll leave it there with you. No doubt you and I will be chatting in coming weeks about what unfolds next. Our Sipho Stuurman reporting there from Pretoria. This has touched a nerve, I think, in terms of the national mood around gender-based violence, around particularly violence against children. A lot of controversy, hence it's our question of the day and the focus of our debate tonight.